Good evening. My name is Apeh Harrison. My job today is to discuss the enterprise, and Pastor Gideon will come and do the encounter. And Pastor Sam gave me an array of topics to discuss today, and I told him yesterday that these topics are not topics. What you are saying I should talk about is a course, is a study that requires a month or a week or 4 hours straight to analyze, but we'll trust God to help us in the next few minutes. So right very quickly, customer service and customer satisfaction. I had to define it in both ways because sometimes we assume that customer service is the same thing with customer satisfaction. That you served a customer does not mean the customer is satisfied. But in trying to address these issues and all that entails, I'm going to be touching on several key points that, if you listen carefully, will give you a blueprint to grow any kind of business. It may even give you a blueprint to grow any kind of ministry. Two things. Number one, life is a business. Come on, write it down. Life is what? So when we talk about enterprise, it is not optional. Enterprise is not optional. Write it down. Enterprise is a mandate. Enterprise is a must. Enterprise is one with life. Because life in itself is a business. I don't intend to read Bible today, but let's look at Luke 19:13. And a servant called unto himself, a master called unto himself 10 of his servants, and he gave unto them talents. The Bible said, and he said unto them, occupy till I come. That word occupy there, if you read it in other translations, says do business till I come. For there's a translation that says trade till I come. Come on, say life is a business. So that's number one you need to know. Life is a business. Enterprise is not optional. Everything that your life is about is a business. As a husband, as a wife, as a child, as a parent, you are in the business of living. Number two, you don't need money to serve God. Do you agree? But money makes it easier to serve God. You don't need money to serve God, and money should never be a motivation to follow God. Listen. It's easier to pray inside AC than inside heat. I have tried both of them. It's easier. The prayer flows better. It is easier to listen to worship from a home theater than from your phone. I'm telling you. Your phone is good, but home theater is better. Home theater is better. When you see some rich men worshiping and crying, it's the AC and the music. You don't need money to serve God. But if you have money, serving God is easier. You are here today because somebody paid for this place. If there was no money, you would have called Uncle Sam to use his parlor. You will not be happy. Am I correct? So our job today is to create a platform that you encounter God and help you create an enterprise that makes it easier to follow God. You see, encounter is good. Enterprise makes it sweeter. I'm going to show you very quickly some few elements of creating, building, and sustaining a business, and it will climax into customer service. Is that okay? Number one ingredient as a factor to owning or creating an enterprise is ideas. Ideas. Idea is not wishes. Ideas are not intentions. Idea is a thought. Idea is an image. And if I'm to define ideas properly, idea is a collated thought. It means that ideas are formed by a coming together, an integration, an infusion of several images and thoughts. Are you following at all? So when you say I want to start business, I want to start a business in selling clothes, that is not an idea, that's a wish. Some of it is intention. Some of it is daydreaming. A proper idea is an image, a collated thought. You cannot miss your idea if you see it on the street. Everything that you see today, including your phone, began with an idea, not a wish. A wish didn't produce this. The world is shaped by the frequency of the ideas of men. Malala said that ideas are more powerful than death. She said, you can shoot me, but you can't shoot my idea. Come on, say ideas are powerful. A lot of things that we instigate in the church is wishes and vain and vague desires that are propelled by fear of suffering. The same way you want to go to heaven because you are afraid of hell. If there was no hell, some of you here will never serve God. And it is okay. It's a way to mentor any child. You say, I love you. If you read your book, I will give you chocolate. If that does not work, if you don't read your book, I will beat you. One of them must work. So it is okay to be motivated either by heaven or by hell. It's okay. But every business begins with an idea, not a wish. Now, how do you qualify an idea? Because many of us have had ideas, but they are not worthy ideas. Every idea is either solving a problem or creating one. Basic. Any idea, business, marriage, anyone, even ideas to have children, that idea is either creating a problem or it is solving one. But I've come to learn that in this generation, it has become very difficult to qualify ideas. I'll give you an example. If Mark Zuckerberg had come to you 10 years ago and say, Johnny, I want to start a business. You say, hey, what is it? You say, I want to do one software, one app, one something like that on the internet that people will just be liking it themselves, meeting old friends. What will you tell him if you are genuine? You say, go and study your Bible. Mark, I've been telling you this thing. From 100 level, you have been having this problem. Go and read your Bible. Or go and apply to GTB Bank. Which one is a application online? But today, that stupid idea has made him a billionaire. Am I correct? Another man said that I have an idea. Tunde, I have an idea. He said, what is it? He said, I want to own the biggest taxi company in the world. Said, but I don't want to buy any car. If you were his friend, what would you tell him? He said, I want to call Pastor Gideon. Just hold on. Let me call Pastor Gideon. Just 2 minutes of prayer. They have called you 2 times and you have answered from the village. The third one, you might not escape this call. Uber is the largest taxi company in the world and he doesn't own one taxi. So how do you begin to qualify ideas? Because many of the ideas that are propelling in realms of success today, they look like bad ideas. When we decided to start Letoha restaurant, in Apeh Mall, it looked like a bad idea. When my wife chose to do Jasmine Harrison in Apeh Mall, it looked like a bad idea. So how do we begin to qualify ideas? Because many ideas that we think are good are actually bad, and the ones that we think are bad are the ones that may be good. So it becomes very dicey to say that this guy has a good idea and that guy has a bad idea. But I'll tell you 3 characteristics of a good idea, so it makes it easier. Is that okay? Number 1, a good idea must solve a problem. It must solve a problem. Number 2, a good idea must add value to the user of the idea. Number 3, a good idea must add value to the parent of the idea. Did you get that? Number 1, a good idea must what? Solve a problem. Number 2, a good idea must add value to the user of the idea. Number 3, a good idea must add value to the parents of the idea. Let me explain. I will not go anywhere near this topic today. I've seen it already. I can't see it in the spirit. You know, just pray, Lord, show me in the spirit. I've seen this one. I can't go anywhere on this topic. Now, if my friend is depressed and he cannot sleep at night, and I give him kai kai and weed, and he smokes and he sleeps, have I solved the problem? So my weed idea has solved his sleeping problem. Am I correct? But that idea, did it add value to him? It has solved one problem today and created 8 for tomorrow. So it has failed as a good idea. If my friend is broke and he can't pay his school fees, and I go and steal money from Sam and I give to my friend, did he solve his problem? Yes. Did he add value to my friend? Yes, he's a user. Did he add value to me? You see, it has failed. All the fail. Sometimes our ideas solves a problem today, but it has no futuristic value for both the user and the parent of the idea. Other times we have ideas that don't even solve the problem. It may add value to you temporarily, but it solves no problem, and sometimes adds no value to the user. So in the complexity of our days, to qualify an idea, it must, number 1, solve a problem. Number 2, it must create value for the user. And number 3, it must create value for the parents. Let me say this. Ideas has the power to turn an old solution to a new problem. Did you get that? Ideas have the power to convert an existing solution to a current problem. How many of you here have a landline? Raise your hand. I want to pray for you now. I want to pray for you. Why? There was a time that you will be awake till 1 a.m. at night for your father to sleep, so you can go and tap your father's landline. You know that tapping when they lock the phone? Because landline was a major breakthrough at some point. At some point, it graduated from normal landline to digital landline. Before it was like this. The point came that it graduated to, somebody said, why? This is, used to pain wrists. I just do like this. And everybody began to buy a digital landline. And the point came that there was Turaya. Very few people in Nigeria had it, maybe like 10. Oil money and government money. Few. Satellite phone. Today, some of the cheapest phone in Nigeria is better than the technology that ran satellite to Raya. Do you know? Major breakthroughs of yesterday have become a challenge for today by the frequency of ideas. So I'm just saying to you that don't waste your time looking for new solutions. Just find old solutions and improve on it. Stop wasting your time looking for old problems. Just find an old problem that somebody has solved and find a new solution to it by the frequency of ideas. There is a better way to do everything. Better way. Okay, let us move. Many things I can't say here. Number 2 ingredient for creating or owning a business or growing a business is money. Come on, say money. I know many of you are happy and say, hey, he has come to money. But let me start by saying that money is not the most important factor to a business. In many cases, money does not come within the first 5 most important things in the ingredients of owning a business. Money is number 2 on my list, so you will not sleep. Because some of you are waiting for money to be mentioned. You don't need money to start the business. Do you agree? By God's grace, we own a number of businesses. And until maybe 5 years ago, every business that we owned, we started without money. When we began the furniture business, I'm saying this to you because, today I don't recall, I was watching a service online and pastor was preaching about prayer. And I mean, if I was a pastor and I'm teaching on prayer, there's some things I will tell you about how I pray. Do you know what I'm saying? We need to understand the need. It's not just telling us from afar. All this regular, choose a place to pray, time to pray. We've heard that one like 8 years ago. How are you praying? Show me your own, let me know. Do you understand? So, I had a friend, I had a guy that made the furniture for my house in Jos many years ago. And I realized that many people fell in love with the furniture. And began to ask me, who made your chair? So I kept giving them this guy's number. So they would call this guy, give him job to do, and he won't deliver. And when he doesn't deliver, after 3 months, they will not call me. Apeh. I say, that guy, till now, has not brought my chair. Apeh, I don't like this thing. You didn't give me money. You didn't give me money. The last one he did for you, when it was good, he didn't call me. Now that he didn't give you a chair, you're calling me. And there were many reports like that. So I asked myself, at least maybe 5 or 10 people have called to report this young man to me. The value of the chairs in question was more than 1 million naira worth. Me, I can do this thing now. So I found my own work team without a workshop. So I had a young man who had a workshop far outside town. So when I get the job, I give it to him. He produces the furniture. I carry it, give it to the owners. They pay me, I pay him. Is that okay? Yes. And to God's glory, I'm sure that this year alone we have made some millions from furniture. When I came to Abuja with almost nothing. And I began to sell laptops. If I was squatting in a friend's house. So I arranged with my friend Sunday Eji. We go to Zone 3. We collect Dell Inspiron. That time it came out new. Dual core. Silver color. Then most laptops were black. And we take it from part okay. And we go and market it. When we sell, carry money and give to Pat. In less than 1 year, I'm sure that time I made almost $500,000. That time I was squatting, selling laptop with zero capital. The list goes on. So I've come to discover by practice, not principle, that for any business I want to start, money is not the most important factor. Let me say this to you. You may not need to spend money to start a business, but it will require money to start a business. Did you get that? So when I sold laptop, I didn't spend money, but money was spent, but not from my pocket. Now, when they teach us OPM, what they call other people's money, they tell you that you need someone to fund your idea. So you go around writing proposals to submit to big people to loan you 500,000 naira to begin the business. You don't need it. Leverage always on what you have. Write it down. I had some carpenters that were in need of jobs. I leveraged on their skill and their tobacco workshop. Today, by the grace of God, we own our own building that we produce furniture. Those boys still work with me after almost 10 years. Once upon a time, I used their tobacco shop. Today, they are using our building. Are you saying it? I don't even know where Patoke is right now. The last I checked, he called me some minutes ago to borrow like 20K or so. I'm not sure. Yes. You will need to engage something that you have. Leverage on something that you have. It may be an experience, it may be a friend, it may even be a mistake. Leverage on it. Your mind is too narrowed to the need for money that you have crucified, crippled, destroyed transgenerational ideas that God has put in your heart. You have belittled yourself because you went to ask for money when what you should have asked for was not money. Are you following me now? Some of you, when you came to me to say, Apeh, I needed 100,000 to start a shoe business, you should have asked me, sir, do you know anybody who can sell shoe that can give me shoe for credit and I will pay them back? That would have been smarter. And that would have been smarter. The moment you said, sir, I want to see you, and you came and you sat down with your beautiful suit, you said, I have this beautiful idea. You shared your idea. I was happy. I was even blessing you. I even asked them to give you malt. You know that much you drank? Because I had respect for you. The moment you said, sir, can I don't know if, see, actually, no one actually has entered this bag. Actually, I had 50K for this business, but my mother called. So I gave her the 50K. So now I need 100K to begin the business. So I don't know if you can loan me 98,000. See, there are two problems with that request. Number one is that for your own idea, all you have is 2,000. Number two, you want me to expose myself 98% of the value of the capital you required for your business. You are exposed by 2% of your required capital, but you want me to be exposed 98%. If you had 70K and you asked for 30K, I would have given you without insult. That malt I gave you was a mistake, but you have opened it. How much say money? Write this down. Money is never a harvest. Money is never a harvest. Very few people will share this with you. Money is never a harvest. What Sam did to me, I didn't like it. Yesterday, I didn't like it. to make me wear this suit. See, I'm sweating, suffering and smiling. I don't like it. But listen, the money that bought this suit was not my miracle and was not the harvest. The suit and clothing may be the miracle and the harvest, but never the money that bought it. Did you get that? Money is always a messenger. In the best state, money is a messenger. The reason why you suffer too long is that you have made money a harvest. And whenever money becomes a harvest, there's a tendency that money becomes the master. Do you follow me? In its best state, money is a messenger. You may have 1 billion, you may have 1 million. That is never a harvest. What you do with that money may be the harvest. So I don't work for money. I work to have what money may afford me. I want a good house for my children, so I need money to make that happen. The house may be the harvest. Money is never the harvest. In its best state, money is a messenger. Okay, so we'll go to the next thing, but let me just say this quickly. I'm already more than half my time. I've not even taught customer service. Money doesn't change people. Money doesn't change people. Money just reveals who you truly are. And in most cases, amplifies who you have always been. Let me tell you how complicated this thing is. If you are stingy, there's no volume of money that will change it. A stingy man will become more stingy with more money. Do you agree? Let me share with you something I shared somewhere. Even a man that is broke, a poor man, let me use English term, use pidgin. A poor man cannot outgrow poverty with money. Do you know that? Poverty is not in your pocket. Real poverty is in your mind. Money does not make people escape poverty. You have 100 million and you cannot give your younger brother 1 million. When we gave birth to our first son, our first son, my father called me one day. He said, Apeh. I said, sir. He said, this was about 6 years ago. He said, I heard that you spent about 500,000 at the hospital you went to in Abuja for childbirth. I said, yes, sir. He said, what's wrong with you? Why would you spend more than 500,000 to give birth to a child? Are they selling the child? Is it get one, buy two, one for free? And I told him that I had 9 months to plan for this child. I said that some months ago, sir, we sent you to India for treatment. I didn't plan for your sickness. But I had 9 months to plan for the coming of this child. What kind of money do I have that I analyze the life of my son to have 1 million? But do you know that there are billionaires that will not spend 1 million for their first son to be born? They will tell their wife, open your leg and born the child how they used to born them in the village. Are you the only one? Is that not poverty? Any man that has 100 million, I know them. I know them. I will send some workers to their house to go and repair AC. 7,000. They will call me. Apeh, is there any way you can do it for 3,000? But he just came back from America and he showed me a shoe he bought for $10,000. Is that not poverty? You can't pay a young man 7,000 naira. You're wearing a shoe of $7,000. God forbid. That's poverty. Anything that you are, money amplifies. Anything. Okay. Number 3 ingredients is a team. I can't do this. Sorry. I have just 5 or 10 minutes. I have not even touched customer service. I want to share with you something that I'll be sharing extensively in October at our 10th summit. Is the concept and the principle of the cross. Come on, say the cross. The next ingredient for any business is your team. If I had a chance to teach you about customer service, one of the things I would have taught you is that people say that the customer is always right. I don't agree. Some people say that the customer is the king. That may be true. But the customer is not the only king. Anybody on your team is royalty. Your team must be as important to you as your customer. Teamwork is your ability to work with people, work for people, and work people to achieve a common goal. Did you get that? Teamwork is your ability to work for people, work with people, and even work the people. You know, there's a way to work people. I was in Kaduna some months ago and I was teaching them the principle of receiving and giving. And I told them that there is how to give and there is how to receive. Julius. Right. Okay, I have money in my bag. Put it in my bag. I want to dash Julius money. He's a good. Yes, 2 days ago was his birthday. Am I correct? So I want to dash Julius money. He is a very good boy. So take the money. Take the money. Carry it. Carry it. Is that a way to give? I gave him 1,000 naira. Did the money reduce in size? Because in your mind, you say, but I gave him 1,000. What else does he want? But I dropped it on the floor. There's some kind of blessing and harvest that comes with a way of giving. There is a realm of relevance that doesn't come by the volume of what you gave. It comes by the way you gave. I'm not talking about offering and tithes. I'm saying that even the people you are helping, there is a realm of blessing that is unlocked not by the volume of what was given. Sometimes the only way to unlock it is the way it was given, even to your subordinates. The concept of the cross. In any kind of venture, you must service 2 poles. Come on, say 2 poles. You have the vertical pole and you have the horizontal pole. Am I correct? To service any kind of vision, you must attend to the two poles of networking. One is vertical, one is horizontal. In the few cases that people have taken time to teach us about servicing a vertical connect, they tell you give up. If you want to go up, have you heard that before? You give up. What they didn't tell you is that every pole has two ends. Kata shatabaya. It is not enough to service the top of the pole for the vertical pole. You must service the bottom. If you love and respect everybody above you and disregard those under you, one day you have nowhere to stand. Every network has two poles. Every pole has two ends. You must grab the wisdom to service the top end and the bottom end. No one is more important. How you treat your father and how you treat your child, they are both equally important. Your father will show you where to climb to. Your son will carry you up there. Many of you are too focused on the top of the vertical pole that you have disregarded the bottom of the pole. On the horizontal pole, there is left and there is right. Am I correct? The right side of the pole is easy to service because that one, Sam and me and Ekele will be happy with you. The good people in your life are always on the right pole. What did I say? The good people are always where? I didn't say the right people. I said the good people. The bad people are always on the left pole. The same way Judas had a role to play in the fulfillment of the cross, Lucifer had a role to play in the glory of God. You know that, ba? They are usually on the left side. There are many people you are binding on the left side. Many of them should be in your company if you have one. Because bad people sometimes are right for you. A wicked boss might be your inspiration for greatness. Your passion and your drive to prove your wicked boss wrong might be the only motivation you need for greatness. Your mother has tried, it didn't work. Your father tried, it didn't work. Your pastor laid hands on you, you drank oil, it didn't work. You need a wicked boss to propel you to greatness. He's on the left side. Come on, say team. So when you design a network of people, I have friends who are drunkards. They are my business partners. They're on the left side, but I need them on that pole. I need them on that pole for my cross to be complete. Let me give you expo. I didn't want to share this here, but let me share this. Do you know that for a cross to be a cross, the vertical and the horizontal must be with a certain kind of arrangement? The horizontal must always be at the top parts of the vertical. Am I correct? If I move that pole to the middle, what does it become? If you can service the cross and know how to walk the poles, you can provoke additions. As long as the middle is holding and you are the middle, work it properly, the cross can become your addition. But you always will require 2 poles with 4 ends. Some of the biggest breakthroughs I've received was in learning how to work with bad people. Yes. And Paul had them too. Jesus had them too. He even went to eat in their houses. You don't understand what the Pharisees and those people were saying when they saw him eating there. It was as bad as eating in the house of a cultist now. Do you know what I'm saying? But he knew their role on the cross. Okay, my time is up. My time is up. Let's do a counter. We have done enterprise. I was going to teach you guys about location, about brand management, and then we'll try. Would have escaped time because timing for every business is important. You must understand timing. You must understand seasons. But let me brush up quickly on location. Now, in today's world, whenever you think location, think in 2 dimensions. Number 1 is a physical dimension. Number 2 is a virtual dimension. 20 years ago, we couldn't say that. 20 years ago, it had to be physical. Either your house or the shop or your brother's house or somewhere. It has to be physical. Today, it could either be physical or it's virtual. Is it WhatsApp? Is it Instagram? Is it Facebook? Many of you have no business renting a shop. You rented a shop because you had no understanding on how to choose a location for your business. Some of you had no business selling to a friend. Your father married 4 wives. You have 28 siblings from your mother and your father's first wife. That was your location. But we don't have the time for that. So let me just quickly jump in the next 5 minutes. I have to shut this down. So sorry. Encounter is important to me. I'm also eager to put the suit. I know that if I reach there, if I remove it now, but that's actually remove it here. He's here with me in Abuja. You are in Jos. You will go tomorrow. He's here. Can't try it. Okay, let me touch this one. Very important. I forgot it was here on the list. Is your competition. Very key. Your competition is not your enemy. Your competition is not your enemy. Your competition is your inspiration. Your competition represents something you must be better than. Something you must become like. Listen, let's be honest. A lot of times our competitions are better than us. Let's be honest. Today we have a restaurant. Jevnik is a competition. I'm not their mates. The day I become like Jevnik, I promise you, I will buy Pastor Ekele a car. Jevnik is my inspiration. It's not my enemy. If I see the owner of Jevnik today, I will dash, I'll sow seed. But she's my competition. But she's not my enemy. Your competition, write this down, is your teacher. Even the Bible says, do not be ignorant of the devices of the enemy. Even the ones that are your enemy, say, learn their skill, learn their devices. Jesus ran into a madman that had devils. Devils, many devils, but you know he's a strategic businessman. I used to wonder He has not finished answering our prayers. He's answering the prayers of a devil. You know that's what happened in that scripture. The devil negotiated. He said, please, see those pigs there? They said it was a herd of pigs, many pigs. He said, cast us to the pigs. Don't chase them. Be cool. And he answered their prayers. His competition. Do you know that those pigs was the lifeline of a family? You don't know. You are laughing. Do you know the kind of noise that pigs make at night? They have red pigs. And to answer the prayer of an enemy, he destroyed them. He knows where to use enemies. He knows how to interact with enemies. He had a cross in his mind. No wonder the enemy was deceived. The Bible said that if the enemy had known, Jesus would not be crucified. But the master strategist, those legion of the demons went back to the pit of hell. Say, we got him. Idiot. That small boy, we told you that once he comes into human flesh, he will lose his divinity. We prayed him to cast us into the pigs. He did so. That man cannot save the world. There is a way to interact with your competition. You need them, know them, learn them, sometimes serve them. And the last thing that I have to touch in the next few minutes is your customers. Come and say customers. You can own a business and perhaps grow your business without a location. Physical, I mean. You can own a business and grow a business without having a team. Do you agree? It's possible. And we have learned that you can own a business without finances. Do we agree? But you can't own a business without a customer. Let me tell you what it means to own a business. Some of you don't know. You don't know. Number one is that you must have something to sell. Either a service or a product. Am I correct? Good. Fact number one. Fact number two is that you must have someone to buy. What did I say? I'm choosing my words carefully. That is where most of you are. Number three factor is that whoever is buying must pay. You'll get it next week. You know, it's not every customer that is buying your product that is paying for it. He said, give me 2 shirts, 1 singlet, 1 boxer. I will pay you end of the month. Did he buy? Did he buy? Did he pay? 4 months after, you are here for deliverance. Because you are buying customers, but you don't have paying customers. If nobody is buying what you are selling, you are not in business. And if nobody is paying for what they are buying, you are not in business. If you are lucky, it's a hobby. If you are lucky, if you're not lucky, it's a bondage. If you are blessed, it's a hobby. If you are cursed, it's bondage. It's an NGO, charity. So the common denominator for owning a business is what? A customer. Your business does not grow by the frequency of your capital. Your business grows by the frequency of your customer. It is who pays for your business that grows your business. It's not how much money you raised to start a business. Big companies squander money to create customers. Small companies squander customers to make money. Are you saying? Because small businesses think that money is a harvest. Businesses that have grown to global status know that customers are truly the harvest of every business. A company as big as Coke, as Glow, spends billions of dollars on adverts every year. What do you think they are spending money for adverts for? For customers. But you are refusing to pick your client's call. For over a job of 100,000, you say, I beg, what is it now? You see the difference? The money means more to you than the man. For bigger people, the man meant more to them than the money. To make or sell any product or services, you must first of all define who your customer is. Let me say this. Never, ever, by leading or no leading, sell pure water in Transcorp Beauty. Let me repeat that again. This is an instruction in the spirit. Take it. Never, ever, whether by leading or no leading, sell what? Pure. Because if Transcorp is your client, pure water will never work. Did you get that? Because when you define who your customer is meant to be, it will help educate you on what your product should look like. Many of you are defining your services and products without defining your customers. And if you want to sell water in GSS or Tukpo, I'm begging you, by leading or no leading, don't sell bottled water. Are you following the idea? I'm trying to tune your mind what I'm trying to say. There's nothing wrong with pure water. There's nothing wrong with bottled water. But who I want to sell to will define which one I should sell. Are you with me? So that Pastor Sam is into bottled water business. Before you jump into that business, be sure that your customers are his customers. If he's selling bottled water in Wuse 2 and you are in Massacre, your customers cannot be the same. If you propel your brand properly in pure water business, you may make money faster than Pastor Sam, who is selling bottled water in town. Don't sell what you like. Sell what the customer likes. One of the things I wrote under building a brand is that to build a brand, you must invest in excellence. So one of the things that I wrote there is that always give the best you can where you are until you know better. I didn't get that one. Did you get that? Always give the best where you are until you know better. And when you know better, give better. So I may have defined my customer at this level, and all I had as a capital was 10,000. And all I knew was 1, 2, 3. I will give my best and invest in excellence at the level of 10,000 with a knowledge of 1, 2, 3 until I can grow that capital to 50,000 and acquire more knowledge from 4, 5, and 6. The problem is that sometimes when we shift from here to here, we are still giving at this level. Give the best you can where you are until you know better. When you know better, give better. Then lastly, you must learn to speak the language of the customer. Customers don't buy the best products. Do you agree? Do you agree? So if it's in this light that would have trashed a lot of issues regarding customer service. Customers don't buy the best product. The best products, the best brands are not the biggest brands. The customer number one buys what they can see. Write it down. And number two, the customer buys what they can remember. So whatever you are doing, whatever you are selling, number one, you must have visibility. Because visibility is as important as quality. If you have quality but you lack visibility, nobody will buy you. If you have visibility and you don't have quality, nobody will remember you. You didn't get that? Quality is a must. So is visibility. Because the customer will buy what they see, and the customer will buy what they remember. So you say, I feel like drinking Coke. Because you didn't realize that 2 days ago when you were passing Utako, you saw that Coke signboard. So when you had an urge for a drink, it was Coke you remembered. You buy what you remember. You don't always buy what you like. People have come to learn. The reason why you see big names on social media today is they've come to learn the power of visibility. That is not the best that sells. It's what people see that they buy. But if they buy you the first time because of visibility, they won't buy you the second time because of only visibility. They will buy you because you are visible. They will come back because you are quality. And quality is not always measured by the content of the product. Quality sometimes is measured by the quality of service. So if you remember the principle of receiving and giving, there's a way to give service to a customer that will make them come back. However good your product is, there's another way to give to a customer that he will never come back. Thank you very much.